The Subway Postgame Show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong.
I'm James Brown alongside my NFL Today crew. They will be Dan Marino, Coach Bill Cowher, Shannon, Sharpe, and Boomer Esiason as we welcome you to the Subway Postgame Show. Impressions from the early games today, starting with my guys.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to talk about the Carolina Panthers. I mean, when you look at Carolina, I mean, we all know about the two-headed monster, D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. But I'll tell you the guy that makes this is Steve Smith. And again today, what he did in the last drive, he sat there, went up, made the big catch. DeLome takes him into field goal range, and they come out with an end of the game, a big win for them. They could go from now, they get a week off, they play at home. And I'm going to tell you, to me, this team could end up finding themselves back in the Meadowlands against the New York Giants. And what a show they put on, last week. So, I mean, a big win for them, and I was just impressed with that football team.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. Carolina played so well today to be able to come back from behind. But also on the other side of the ball, Drew Brees, guys. I mean, what he did this year, they went 8-8, but to do it without any running game, with a defense that really doesn't stop anybody. And in this game, they were down 31-10, and he come back and got the lead in that game, which I think was incredible today for him. And although he fell a little bit short of my record, I'll take that. But he had a great year. Hats off to Drew Brees.
Yeah.
What about the Detroit Lions?
No, Shannon.
I think
as you whisper it, huh?
I think when Matt Millen's put this team together, I think this is what he envisioned. Because why else would you draft 4 receivers in a 5-year span? JB, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, yeah, they tried, but this was not a very good football team. And I think whomever comes in there is going to have to start from the ground floor. You have to get a quarterback because that's you got Calvin Johnson, you got a decent running game, but quarterback situation, Detroit, I'm not sorry because I got an opportunity to see 0-16. But they're bad, JB.
Well, I don't take any solace in the fact that they did go 0-16, but I will say this. Let's go from worst to first. First and foremost, the Minnesota Vikings. Congratulations then today to Tavares Jackson, especially the last 3 weeks. He's played exceptionally well. Ryan Longwell had to kick a 50-yarder for them to win the NFC North. And they played a New York Giant team who, by the way, basically played it like a preseason game with David Carr, subbing for Eli Manning in the second half. Took them all the way to the end. That's the best team in football, guys. Yes. The New York Giants, with Plaxico, without Plaxico, it doesn't matter. They can run it on anybody, and they are going to be very tough to beat in the NFC playoffs.
Even though Detroit set a league mark for futility with the 0-16, I'm telling you, I have all the respect in the world for how hard coaches work. Rod Marinelli, week in and week out.
God bless you, Rod Marinelli.
My hat is off to him. All right, folks, thanks for joining us on the Subway Postgame Show.